We were talking yesterday, I'm recording now. When we were talking yesterday and we were talking about geometric mean, and when we set up the proportion, where did the geometric mean go?
Top left and bottom.
Yeah, in two places, kitty corner. Okay? So we did top left, bottom right. Everybody understand that?
Yeah.
So if I'm looking for x in a right triangle, the whole big triangle is a right triangle, and z is the altitude. It's the height of the triangle. The altitude means if you jumped on top of the triangle and jumped off, you would fall z. You would fall straight down. You wouldn't fall down the side. If you slid down the side, you would be going on what part of the triangle? Is that a leg or an altitude?
Leg.
A leg. So we're going to read the leg rule, which is the second rule. Each leg is the geometric mean between the hypotenuse and the segment closest to the leg. Okay? So if the leg is a geometric mean and the leg is x, where do I put the x's?
Top left, bottom right.
Very good. Now you're looking at the whole big triangle. What does the hypotenuse measure in the whole big triangle? What does the hypotenuse measure?
90.
No, that's not an angle. I want a
Oh, an
side.
angle.
A side, hypotenuse. 9. This is your hypotenuse of the big triangle because it's opposite the 90-degree angle, right?
Yeah.
So the whole hypotenuse measures 9. What does the segment next to the leg measure?
1.
1. And now we can find x. We have x
How'd
squared.
you get 9?
8 plus 1 is 9 equals 9. Square root x equals 3. So we've got x. Y is also a leg. So when we find y, the leg is the geometric mean. So he goes in two places. Got it? Between the whole hypotenuse, which is 9, and the piece next to that leg, which is 8. So this one's going to be 72 equals y squared. And the square root of 72, which is 8 point something. What?
8.48.
That's your y. So if z is the altitude, the rule says, I'm going to change color here, that the altitude is the geometric mean. So you put that in two places. Between the two segments it creates. What are the two pieces of the that other side that it creates? 1 and 8. So we have 8 equals z squared. Z equals 2 point something. What is it? 2.83. So we just found x, y, and z. So the altitude, which is 2, this 2, is the geometric mean between the two segments it creates, which is, what are the two segments?
2 and x.
2 and x. So we've got 4 equals 2x, x equals 2. We found x. Now I'm going to cross this x out and put a 2 here because it'll be easier to do. Now, what do we know about the leg? What's the rule for y? The leg is the geometric mean between what? What does the rule say?
Hypotenuse and the segment closest to it.
So y is the geometric mean between the whole hypotenuse that measures what? What? 4. And 2, the piece next to the y. So that's going to be 8 equals y squared. So y equals 2.83. We just did that a while ago. Got it? Now, what about the z? Isn't the z going to be the same situation?
Yeah.
The leg is the geometric mean between the whole hypotenuse, which is 4, and 2. So it's also going to be 2.83.